And oftentimes, if you all pile onto, if an enemy champions all pile onto you while you're channeling bullet time and the MF dies, they all took bullet time damage while doing so, and then you win the fight with your secondary carry, who's the Azir in this case. So the drop a ward in to see if he could go for the 50-50. They really did account for everything in this early game. We mentioned the neutralization power of Ornn in this lane, so he already has his Negatron Cloak online, so tons of magic resistance already picked up. You can just have for free because of Ornn's passive.
And sticks around for the wave, and he gets punished for it.
Yeah, and they had control vision in the Tribrush. They had vision around the Dragon Pit. You know, they knew Canyon wasn't anywhere nearby. Yeah.
So just really trying to find it. There's a shove finally here onto Showmaker. Going on in is Duro, and we got the ult coming out from the Jin, and that will be the first blood going over to GenG.
Ruler with the prediction on the shuffle. Have spawned. And this play and the counterplay there from GenG will actually guarantee grub control right now. Showmaker does have his ultimate available, but it's not anywhere near.
He's going to put down a wall, just saying, do not come in here. It's 6 grubs over to GenG already as Showmaker trying to go in onto him, actually. We got the Canyon ult as well as he gets the sweep and barely gets out with his life. GenG, they do have to stick around, though, after that play, and Duro will have to pay for it, as he will be the sacrifice. The mini-map, Shu actually trying to follow him through the jungle and trying to deny the TP from coming through. We'll see if he can do that, but now the engage comes in from Duro. The TP does get off, and DK are just going to get away. They do get away with their lives for now, but now Beryl, he doesn't have his flash, and down he will go. It's an easy pickup here. Another kill for Ruler as well. Duro, another sacrifice from him as he goes to the right instead of just down. And, well, he'll go down.
Yeah, I suppose, but
X-Tech Soul.
X-Tech Soul here.
High level to carry his team, whereas Gen.G have a lot of threats, especially this Jin, as now Lucid is getting incredibly low, but Duro also is burning down, and that's a Sinjao. You don't want to engage onto that, and now a big bullet time to force Gen.G away. DK in a pretty good spot, some low health bars, but they're up 5-4.
Maker still has his ult.
Yeah, Equalizer in 5, which unfortunately not the best timing for Keen on that one. A 4th shot to come down. He's going to miss, actually. Equalizer is thrown in. A root on Ashiwu, but that is an Ornn. And DK get away with the eye and the win in the fight.
They had the setup there, and we already talked about the zone controls. This could be a dead rumble. I think it likely will be.
Yeah, he is absolutely dead. I mean, there was a ward on the Krugs. I thought he saw Lucid moving over. Maybe he didn't expect 3 people to be coming over. Either way, it's a mistake. With no flash available, he's dead.
With Barrel's shot calling, go up there and get that kill onto Keen is part of why they have a gold lead now. Pizza Strength did go over with that bottom turret being taken here by GenG. You know, Pizza Strength have been, I don't want to say overrated, but just not as impactful as they were in LCK Cup, let's just say. Still significant, but I don't think Dplus are as worried with the scaling they have, as they're just going to let this Herald crash. I think with the positioning there, with their aggressive siege, I can maybe look for something. Speaking of looking for something, they're looking for Ruler.
And they're going pretty deep for this one. I don't know about this one, Beryl. The turret will go down, but the bullet time nearly going to take out Ruler. But at the end of the day, it is, of course, Beryl who does go down. Now, they did get the mid turret, as we immediately have a pause.
And I think it will be successful. The question is, what happens after Chovy shows up? Because here he comes.
The Equalizer is very lackluster. It's only helping them actually kill the Otacon. We do have a wall to come down, but he goes down to the opposite side of that, as now they try to go for the turn, as it looks like it will be secured by the Azir of all people, as now they're going super deep. Look at this, Keen immediately going to go down. And DK, they pull it off. GenG perhaps not responding on time, and they just got zoned away from the fight. The Voracious Otacon does go the way of DK, aiming nearly gets withdrawn there. Some low health bars, potential for GenG to get some extra gold, but
yeah,
doesn't look like, maybe Shu. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here. He's going to be knocked back. And the rest of the team, actually, Showmaker going to get the flash out of Ruler, but maybe goes a bit too deep for it, as the first shot is going in on aiming. And look at the left side as well. GenG are winning that. And DK, you got the Otacon. You pulled off the impossible, but now you pulled off maybe the worst play of the game, as Showmaker is going to sweep away. It might not be a huge deal at the end of the day, as Canyon going to miss both daggers, actually.
It's fine.
By the way, in live, we're fighting for the streak here. GenG, they want to go for this one, but Voracious Otacon still up. on, it looks like 2 of the members. We have a wall coming down, but that's not going to do all too much. Barrel's just zoning them away. He goes into his ult, and he's like, all right, cool story. We got the dragon. The Showmaker goes in, gets stunned, only catches one, but it's the Jin. It's a massive pick. And now the rest of Gen.G are on the backside, but Chovy a big shove to at least get some of this back here. Lucid has to go into his own ult, as Barrel should be going down here. Keen was fighting against 2 people up on the top side. But now finally maybe DK got something going. Canyon goes in, but a ton of damage goes his way. And Duro goes back in, and that is going to mean that Chovy picks up another kill here. And Shio is also not very long. Showmaker, what is going on? What are you doing? Oh, he goes back in, and that's going to mean his death and a shutdown for Chovy's Talia.
You know, 2 plays in a row. I'm very impressed by Dplus. I'm very excited about what they've done. I'm like, wow, you really pulled it off. And this is going to be Gen.G looking for the Baron. Barrel alone will do nothing against this. Aiming doesn't have his ultimate, even though he's fairly nearby. And the Gen.G crowd goes wild.
You predicted, Wolf. We'll see how game 2 goes. Or if Gen.G can even close this one out. I think that one was the play that kind of broke this game wide open, as Gen.G now have a significant lead of about 5,000, a 3,000 Red Bull Baron power play, and they're only getting more. I mean, they're just cycling from every lane, bot to mid, and now they're going to look for that top inner. There's nobody even catching the wave. The whole team is rotating over now because, well, they're not going to hold mid, or top rather, looking for Keen, and there's just no follow-up on that Ornhorn. The equalizers have been a little bit sus today, Keen. I will say that. So maybe some pressure getting to him, but that's okay. They're still winning. Still winning and still kind of zoning with that, I guess is what you can say. But they still get the inhibitor. They're going to get that top inhibitor turret. Pushing for the second one might be a little bit greedy, but Showmaker doesn't have flash. He does have his ultimate. Duro is out of there.
Yeah, he is like, guys.
He's like, nope, we're not.
And I say first dragon, it's the first Hextech dragon towards Hextech Soul, but they're not even on Soul Point. As here comes the Ornn ultimate. I mean, they're going to get Chovy. He is a big target. The ult comes down, and Chovy's in a lot of trouble. They get Chovy down, but the fight is still continuing. Duro's going in, trying to save Keen meanwhile, as Ruler has a bit of a front line, but Barrel does a good job of zoning, but not quite good enough. Canyon just running Lucid around the jungle, and now he comes out behind aiming like a jump scare. And now we got a couple of tanks here on the side of DK up against 3 carries on the side of Gen.G. And Gen.G from this far ahead, I think they just have enough money. And they will just plop it on the heads of Lucid and maybe Shu here. As Canyon still on the chase. I think they'll be happy to take this top inhibitor and then fish for anything else they can find, but they don't have to overextend here. I mean, yes, we are 30.5 minutes into the game. Death timers are long, but it was a bit of a staggered fight where Dplus do have those respawns, so the most fed member, or at least had the biggest lead on his team. Now we got Canyon in a weird spot here. Doesn't have untargetable anymore. Just going to go forward because he can't go anywhere else. A lot of damage done to the outer members. Chovy getting low though as well. Shu not able to do too much with this ult. Finally gets the knock up here on a Chovy, but down goes aiming, and that means that a ton of damage is just gone from this composition. Showmaker's already dead, and so Gen.G kind of just get to do whatever they want. Lucid, he's so tanky. He's actually quite fed in this game from his first 3 kills, but he can't do it alone in a situation like this. Oh, he's going to get denied from the kill on the Chovy as well. He's going to have his GA by a little bit more time. I mean, they need time here, or else the Nexus is just going to explode. Like, there's a super minion on the Nexus turrets here. Gen.G know that the respawns are coming through. They have several super minions pushing through the top lane, but with the health bars the way they are, they're just going to settle for a Baron. Pretty doomed. I'm just saying all the positive things about Dplus here that I can. This is my job as a caster, but it's not looking great. Equalizer here. This is a decent amount of damage, but it's not really used in the fight. Barrel just going to hit the ground, it looks like. Just trying to tank for the team. Just trying to do something. He gets the knock-up in a Canyon, but he goes untargetable. That is Neferi, and this time Lucid doesn't look all that tanky. Not in the face of all that damage. Finally, Showmaker's going to pull the trigger on the engage. Does get the kill on a Ruler. And Drew getting pretty low, but I think the wallets are just too heavy at this point, and Canyon still has his ult. Gonna go in and finish off what is left of DK, as Shu also gets taken out. It's an ace for Gen.G, and that will be game 1 in their favor. Heartbreaking loss for Dplus. Such a strong start in this game. They kept it even. They had the critical Otacon take, but they fumbled the follow-up. They had the secure of the dragon fight and fumbled the follow-up. And if you fumble against Gen.G, you are gonna get wrecked.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.